So let's kick off this conversation with a question I already know the answer to. Have you ever been so worried about something happening that it's all you can focus on? And then almost like magic, out of nowhere, that exact thing comes true. Yeah, I know. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're terrified of looking like a failure. You're so fixated on not wanting to look like a fraud that you start doubting yourself even more and more, which spikes your anxiety, shatters your confidence, and causes you to make the mistakes you were terrified of making in the first place. I know, we've all been there. Far too often, I see powerful women turn their biggest fears into self-fulfilling prophecies. What you focus on grows, and when you're focused on everything that could go wrong, that's what will bubble up to the surface. But what if I told you there's a powerful way to break this cycle? Today, we're diving into self-fulfilling prophecies. We'll talk about how to identify whether you're letting fear run your queendom and how to get back on your throne so you can create the success, money, love, and overall sense of satisfaction you desire. Now, before we dive in, if you're new here, hello, thank you for joining. I'm Patty Ferreira, an intuitive success catalyst, and I'm here for all the awakened boss ladies of the world, the high-achieving powerhouse women who want it all, the financial freedom, the career success, the fulfilling relationships, and the deep lasting satisfaction that comes from truly owning who you are. I work with incredible women that want to break free from fear and other limiting beliefs that are looking to level up and create the life they desire. Now, let's talk about self-fulfilling prophecies. As driven women, we set massive goals, but sometimes there's this hidden fear that creeps in right when we're about to move forward. Some of us can call this the new level, new devil syndrome. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear that you don't really belong in certain circles, or maybe even fear of success. And here's the twist. When we let that fear go unchecked, it starts to influence our actions in a subconscious way even. So instead of taking steps that align with our goals, we start acting from a place of insecurity, uncertainty, self-doubt. We second guess ourselves, hold back, or stay quiet when we have something valuable to add or to say. And suddenly we find ourselves living out the exact scenarios we feared. We're not showing up fully, not getting the recognition we deserve, or maybe we're sabotaging opportunities before they're even showing up for us or even get a chance to take off. Here's how it works. When we're afraid of something, our minds tend to focus on it, and it becomes our main filter. So if you're worried about being seen as not good enough, then every little mistake, every bit of constructive feedback feels like proof of that fear. And as we focus on those moments, it shapes how we behave. We hold back, we become cautious, we shrink, and ironically, that's what starts to make us look less confident and less competent. But here's the beautiful part. Self-fulfilling prophecies can go both ways. Just as easily as we can let fear run the show, we can consciously choose to focus on a different narrative. Instead of, what if I'm not good enough? Try, what if I have exactly what it takes? Or what would I do if what they think doesn't matter? Let's flip the script together. I'm all about taking action. So here are 3 powerful steps you can start using today. First, identify your core fear. Take a moment to get clear on what's really at the root of your fear. Are you afraid of failing? Are you afraid of looking like you don't belong? Or maybe of disappointing someone? Naming it can be incredibly freeing because once it's out in the open, it has less power over you. 2, rewrite the story. Once you know the fear, decide on a new narrative that serves you. Instead of letting I'm afraid of failure play on repeat, try on I'm learning and I'm growing every step of the way. It may feel awkward at first, but trust me, when you change the narrative, you change the energy behind your actions. The third thing is take bold, aligned action. Choose one action that aligns with you and this new belief. If you're choosing to believe in your value, maybe that means speaking up in a meeting or sharing a bold idea. By taking that action, you're telling your subconscious, see, I'm capable. And that's where the magic starts to happen. So this week, my question for you is, what fears have you noticed creeping in lately? Let's start a conversation about how we can shift out of this self-fulfilling prophecy and into powerful new beliefs that serve you. Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can make this a dialogue. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you can, receive the next video. Thank you.